I've been asked many times why or what made me decide to pick up, deconstruct, and investigate Osage oranges. It always has been and always will be a very good question. More importantly, why did I think the seeds of an Osage orange would contain a non-GMO, vegan, natural, organic, and in the wild seed oil that I would ultimately prove it to be clinically effective as one of the most bioactive healing oils for all skin types? An unexpected phenomenon of an oil that I have purified and bottled, 1 million ounces and counting, or other companies who called it One Drop Wonder and Pomifera oil. One word always comes to mind: synchronicity. Synchronicity is a term coined by psychoanalyst Carl Jung to describe a divinely inspired occurrence disguised as a coincidence. From my point of view, an occasion of synchronicity requires 3 distinct occurrences to breathe it into life. First, it contains something in the universe that insists upon being born into human consciousness. Second, it has to come into contact with someone either genius enough, or in my case, crazy enough, to take the physical action to bring it into existence. And thirdly, it requires someone with a sense of determination to make it into physical form so it can be shared with the world. This is the jumping off point, for me anyway, where I started to think about Osage oranges and all the folklore that my great uncle Don had told me over the years about the magical things that were contained within Osage oranges. Locally, we call them hedge balls. The rest of the world calls them other things. In total, it became a tagline that played over and over in my mind, where folklore meets science. This is where the story for the commercialization of Osage orange seed oil begins. In its way, this strange natural phenomenon has always been a fringe player in my life. The trees were everywhere in southern Iowa, where I grew up. Maclura pomifera is the Latin scientific name for Osage orange. These trees are prolific in about 65% of the contiguous United States, and up until recently, it was the tree and its wood that was believed useful and very much in demand, while the strange, ugly green fruit was regarded as little more than a curious kind of seasonal crop and something of a nuisance at that. Hedge balls, hedge apples, horse apples, Osage oranges, monkey balls, bois d'arc, Odark, Bodoc, all these names and more have been attributed to the sticky, crusty, pockmarked green fruit that adorns its branches only to fall to the ground, somehow cast off by nature, unused and undesirable. But wait a minute. I have a science background. I happen to have a PhD in chemistry, and I'm not telling you this to impress you, maybe a little bit, as much as I'm willing to share with you the one thing we learn in every laboratory in the world. Virtually nothing in nature goes to waste. There does seem to be a purpose for all things under heaven. And as Aristotle once observed, nature abhors a vacuum. These principles certainly apply to Osage orange seed oil. I admit to a bias here when it comes to Osage oranges. Growing up in southern Iowa, these trees were everywhere: timber, woods, ditches, ravines, where every year green Osage oranges that in the fall turned into ugly yellow balls that fell to the ground with apparently no purpose other than to decompose into one gigantic smelly mess. This is where my great uncle Don enters the picture with his folklore about these amazing Osage oranges. You have to realize my uncle Don was a man with impeccable instincts, and his insistence that this big yellow stinky mess every fall actually contained one of life's great secrets really struck me throughout the course of my career in science as something akin to an itch that I just couldn't seem to scratch. Fortunately, I held on to this healthy curiosity that any committed scientist must embrace, that there is some strain of truth in every legend, and that everything in this garden of nature deserves a second, sometimes first look. Fortunately, there came that point of critical mass when enough hedge apples, hedge balls, Osage oranges crossed my path to bring me to that final intersection. That leap of faith to dare and uncover the stored up mysteries that were locked inside these ugly green balls.